Hello, we're here to present about the feasibility of fairy powers in a book series called Artemis Fowl. First, let's get to know the fairies a little bit. They are also known as the people, and they live in an underground world called the lower elements. Fairies are also consist of 8 different family species: the centaurs, demons, dwarves, elves, gnomes, goblins, pixies, and sprites. Fairies also have different powers, each pertaining to different families. We'll be talking about healing, wings, and memory wipes today.
Healing is the ability to heal wounds, illnesses, and major injuries. It can also be used to reattach limbs, revive someone from death if they've been dead for only a few minutes, and to heal oneself if the fairy is unconscious. It looks as if sparks were coming out of the hand and going into the injury. In the book, magic uses a replication process to heal flesh and restore materials. The replication of flesh is very similar to mitosis, in which our bodily cells go through cell division to create more identical cells. The restoration of materials seems to be similar by going through an atomic replication process. So, are the processes of cell and atomic replication feasible? For cell replication, yes. It is because it is a normal bodily function of our bodies to create new cells. However, it normally isn't enough to restore a missing arm. Atom replication is actually not possible. It's only possible to create an atom from another different atom, not from scratch, because it goes against a law of thermodynamics. This law states that energy neither can be destroyed or created. With that knowledge, it is possible for atoms of destroyed materials to change into atoms of restored materials by transferring energies of the atoms. The reality is, given the amount of time, which is very short, and the amount of energy from just a spark that is described in the books, magical healing isn't feasible.
Fairies are suspected to have evolved from pterodactyls, as opposed to apes or sharing any ancestor with the mudmen, or humans. However, some fairies suspect that they have a common ancestor for no real reason other than the similar physical appearance to humans. One species of the fairy family, called sprites, are born with actual anatomical wings. The rest, however, rely on their advanced technology to fly. This is a science fiction story. Synthetic wings, such as those made by the Lower Elements Police's head technological advisor, Foley, can be attached to a fairy's back, or more commonly, to the fairy officer's suit. In the books, these synthetic wings have solar or nuclear motors, fly at different speeds depending on the model, and they most resemble the wings of a fly, as far as we can tell, because they're about oval-shaped and they flap up and down. And they're a viable and frequently used method of transport in less developed areas, so we see widespread individual use of fairies just flying by themselves. Would it work in real life? Having evolved from dinosaurs instead of apes, we can guess that they have the same lightweight skeleton and hollow bones as birds. Humans, on the other hand, have bones that are dense and sturdy, and according to the Yale Scientific magazine, the average adult male would need a wingspan of at least 6.7 meters to fly. That's huge and ridiculous. So kind of. Because as we know, human technology is advancing, and even today, air travel is normal and easy. Our own flying machines can comfortably hold many passengers, go long distances in shorter amounts of time than any other method of transportation, and are fairly safe. And according to the NASA website, airplanes are pushed up by the lift, which is the way the air moves around the wings. The weight of the plane, of course, is massive, but they're designed so that this balances evenly. So it's kind of applicable in real life.
In Artemis Fowl, there exists technology to wipe people's minds. Two versions of it exist, Blanket and Fine-Tune. Blanket erases all memories in a period of time, while Fine-Tuning deletes specific memories and has the recipient's brain fill in the gap. The tech in Artemis Fowl is never fully revealed due to the nature of narration, but it is stated that every LAP recon officer has the equipment to do a blanket mind wipe on them at all times, and that to do a fine-tuned mind wipe requires a full team. Now, there are ways to get around a mind wipe, as memories can be returned if the recipient views an object or person that triggers an emotional response related to the missing memories. In Eternity Code, Artemis Fowl and his bodyguard receive a fine-tuned memory wipe about the existence of fairies. Artemis secretly records a video that has himself explained the nature of fairies and what he's done over the past 2 years. In the Opal Deception, his trusted friend Mulch delivers the video to Artemis and the bodyguard, and they have their memories returned. Now, amnesia is kind of like a real-life mind wipe. There are two main types, retrograde and anterograde. Retrograde affects long-term memory, but keeps the short-term memory still intact, while anterograde amnesia affects the short-term memory, but leaves long-term intact. Both types of amnesia can be caused by both physical and psychological trauma. There's no reliable way to cure amnesia in real life, though people have been known to have their memories returned to them.